So Bruce changed roles fairly well, not too recently, and I noticed his role change on LinkedIn and hunted him down again and said he had to have a chat to us because I think you have some very interesting stuff to talk to us about. So thanks for joining us and making the time to chat to our students again. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, an absolute pleasure. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Yvonne.
Yeah, so to start off with, can you kind of give us a bit of a background on what your current role is, what you've moved into, and why you're so excited about it?
Yeah, so I work for an organization called IFAC, which some of you may have heard of. For those who don't know, it's the International Federation of Accountants, which is essentially an umbrella body for the global accountancy profession. Our members are the SACAs of this world. So SACA is a member of IFAC, and we work very closely with their equivalents across the globe on a variety of different things. And we try to be the global voice of the accountancy profession. We try to encourage the adoption and implementation of international standards like the International Standards of Auditing, IFRS, and so on. And then also do a lot of work just to kind of support the development of the profession around the globe. My particular role is as head of accountancy education at IFAC, which does not mean I teach at all. I do not do any teaching anymore, but it's really about working with the global community of education stakeholders, which is quite wide, actually, if you think about it, from those who sit at organizations like SACA, but to all your university lecturers, to the people who are your assessors when you are training at a firm, getting your practical experience. So all of these role players we try to bring together at a global level to ensure that accountancy education is remaining relevant and fit for purpose. We also have a set of standards that most of you would never have heard of because you don't study them, but they're called the International Education Standards. Much like the International Standards of Auditing, we have education standards, and those really tell organizations, professional accountancy organizations around the world, what a professional accountancy qualification should look like. What's the process? The fact that you should do practical experience, that you should do an exam, that once you've qualified, you should be committed to lifelong learning through CPD. But it also goes further and defines the actual learning outcomes, like what you should learn in the qualification. So many of the things that some of your audience are going through right now, we might be partly to be blamed, but so my role involves partly overseeing the group who works on those standards and keeps them up to date, but also just that exactly. But also supporting the implementation of those standards globally, and part of that's ensuring that that accountants can have global mobility, can move around, that the education you're getting in whatever country you're in is transferable to other countries.
Right. If I want to be part of IFAC, if my accounting profession wants to be part of IFAC, then I have to agree. For example, that's where the Code of Professional Conduct comes in, right? We adopt the IFAC Code of Professional Conduct. So if we want to be part of it, there's certain things that we have to do, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, our members are in different stages of the journey, so it's not that you have to be 100% there, but they're all in the process, and we really encourage the use of these education standards to ensure that whatever your local qualification is relevant and fit for purpose.
Right.
All of these organizations are independent, and their own. They can do essentially how they want, but the standards try to bring consistency,
right.
And certainly are a really useful yardstick for many accountancy organizations to set their bar at the right level, and some will go further than that, of course. But it's really about consistency. It's about saying the accountancy profession needs to be inherently globally connected. If you think of the multinationals, if you're doing a multinational audit, it would not work very well if the people who are doing the audits in different parts of the globe adhere to different have different competency set, different code of ethics, to use that example, different training. That's going to be really hard to then bring together. So, and it's a little known fact that actually the accountancy profession is one of the most globally connected, if not the most globally connected profession in the world. So if you're a doctor, you can't practice in another country without jumping through a lot of hoops. In the accounting profession, there are many reciprocity agreements between institutes that you can literally arrive and immediately work and